Alright, ropers, healers, now we're going to talk about that steer that runs right, that really beats us to that right fence, and a couple things. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to demonstrate what happens to us if it runs right and we're up there giving a pretty good haze, and then that header comes back sharp up the pin, and what we've got to do when this happens, because healers, this will happen to us. It's going to happen to you a lot of times, especially on steers that run right. So our header calls for the steer, we break our horse wide, and we get up here, we see that he's coming right, so we really get up here trying to get a haze. We're up a little bit higher. Yeah, we get pinched off, so we pull our rope back. That sucker cuts us all the way around the corner, and we've got to kick back up, get on the inside, before we can go ahead and rope it. Okay? So if we go back here and we look what happened right here. We got pinched off on the fence, and we didn't want to hit our header's rope, so we kind of quit swinging a little bit. But we're riding down here, our header snaps it on, and we're right here, and that steer goes back at this angle. We've got to come around here, and you see we don't cross over and get into our position until right here, which is about the 4th or 5th jump. So that's pretty tough, but healers, that's what you've got to do when that handle happens, and I'm going to show you the easiest and right way to do that on a steer that runs right. So now, healers, what we want to do on the steer that runs right, and a pretty good chance our header's not going to take care of it, and we probably know that, is we're going to set ourselves up to go ahead and catch 2 feet when this happens. So this is how we do that. So our header nods for the steer, calls for him, we're going to break wide. We're still going to kick up here to get the haze, and if we realize we can't get that haze, and we get caught in the fence, and we're going to back our horse off. Now we're backed off the header ropes. Now we can get inside, no matter where he takes that handle, and we can rope. Okay? So what we did right there, ropers, is we set ourselves up. We set ourselves up to catch this steer. We knew this steer wasn't going to take a haze. He was going to beat us to the fence. So what we did right here is we just kind of checked up and waited. We let the healer just do his deal. So we're just going to ride down the fence here. Now that steer is going to turn in front of us, and we can go ahead and get our crossover right here, and then we have our shots right here. We maybe not get that first quick shot, but we're inside where we can get that steer on the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th jump if our header gives us this really sharp handle. So now I'm going to have Dad go ahead and give us a good handle on a steer that runs right and show the difference in what the position is for us there. So healers, now we're going to talk about that steer that runs right again, but then our header gives us a nice soft handle, and we're going to put everything together. We're going to try to haze, then we're going to back off, and our header's going to give us a good handle, and we'll show how, if we put all those together, if our header helps us out, if we're doing our job right, how much easier and how much better of a throw we're going to get. So our header nods, calls for the steer. We come out, we break wide, we see that steer's coming to the right, so we get up here to get that haze. We're way up here at his eye. Yeah, steer. He's going to pinch us off. We pull back because we see our header's going to get, we don't want to hit his rope, but then our header gives us this good handle. And look at right there. We just made as good a run right there as we could have possibly on a steer that runs right. We backed off right here. We backed off coming into this corner right here. We backed off making sure that we weren't going to hit our header's rope, but we can still swing our rope. That header got a hold of that steer right here. We're going the same speed. He turns him and softens that corner right there. 1st jump, 2nd jump, 3rd jump, and our header just gave us a great handle. So that's once again, that's why it's called team roping and not heading or heeling. When everything works together, the header does his job, the heeler does his job, it's going to come together just right, and you're going to get a really, really good time.